Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the 5 things that I love about the all-new Nissan Z. Before getting the video though, I do want to mention if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get right into it. So the first thing has to pertain to the looks of the Z. So I think that Nissan just absolutely knocked it out of the park with their styling on the new Z. It looks good in pretty much every single color that I've seen it in so far, especially this blue. This blue pops because you guys can see like they're in the center of the hood. Just the body lines just really pop out. But again, they went for really clean retro designs. They've got some like throwback elements on the car throughout with different stylistic cues, but you know, unlike the Supra, which this competes against, it doesn't have a bunch of fake vents, it doesn't have a bunch of messy body lines. It's just really simple and really clean from a design standpoint. And that also includes the wheels. You guys can see here with like the wheel setup right there, you have the two-tone design with the roof, and same thing there on the rear. And again, don't have like a crazy spoiler or anything like that. It's just this little low profile spoiler. Got the cool throwback exhaust tips. And so yeah, I think they did a really good job with the styling on the new Z. And every person that has seen this car in person, while I've been driving it, has said the same thing. They're like, man, it looks a lot better in person, and it's just beautiful, right? It's just simple and beautiful. So the number 2 thing pertains to the interior. Man, my camera does not want to focus today. It just like keeps going in and out and in and out. Maybe I need to get another new one already. But this is another thing that I think they did a great job with the new Z. I love the seats. Just for a sports car, they look fantastic. You know, the leather on the side, the inserts there. And then for the rest of the interior, like look at the steering wheel. Looks really nice. We've got nice looking pedals, not socks and sandals, but the pedals. Those look nice. Stop start button, solid. We got this cool digital gauge cluster. Look at that animation. Pretty cool. And you got the little gauges there on the dash. Pretty normal infotainment system. It's integrated in the dash very nicely. And then the shifter, again, just everything in here looks really cool. I mean, some of this stuff pretty basic from a material standpoint. Door panel looks great inside the dash. But yeah, overall, I think they did a really good job with the interior for this car. I like the layout of it. You guys see the storage space behind us, and also down there as well. So I think they just did a good job with, you know, a lot of the touch points look and feel nice, and just the layout makes sense, and yeah, solid. Boop. Now, number 3 pertains to the fact that everything's easy to use. Now, something that I like about the new Z is that it's just really straightforward. It is a normal car. Sometimes when manufacturers release new sports cars, everything's just really wacky. First off, we have a normal Nissan key fob, right? Nothing funky going on here. So like, if you own a Nissan, then you'll know how to use the key fob. It's not anything weird. And then same thing here with the hatch. There's a button below the Nissan logo. That's a little bit hidden, but once you know where it is, it's pretty cool. But again, functions normally, right? You have this regular storage space here in the hatch. Again, that's easy enough to use. And then same thing with the door lock and unlock, right? You got the keyless entry, which is one button. Again, easy to use. The door handle looks cool, but again, you just slip your fingers in and open it up. Nothing crazy happening there. Got normal window controls, and you can see here with the seats, they look great, but also the adjustments on them pretty straightforward. Same thing here with the power adjustments there on the side. Steering wheel controls also pretty straightforward. Right, shifter where it should be, right? You just got physical buttons for almost everything here in the car. Got a nice infotainment system. But yeah, the point that I'm trying to make is this is just a normal car. Yeah, it's got fun sports car performance and everything, but all the day-to-day usability things, they make sense. They didn't do anything weird. Now, number 4 pertains to the power. Now, hopefully the hood isn't super hot when I pop it because, well, it's like 100 degrees outside and yeah. So, we got to talk about the power of the new Z. First off, this particular one weighs just over 3,700 pounds, if you guys are wondering. And pop the hood. So we have a twin-turbo 3-liter V6, goes through either a 6-speed manual or a 9-speed automatic. Good for 400 horsepower, 350 pound-feet of torque. Looks cool, as you can see. But yeah, super solid powertrain setup for this. Power-to-weight ratio is great with the car. Again, it's not massive from a size perspective, so it feels just really quick. And yeah, I think it's the perfect amount of power that you can have fun with the acceleration, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like you're gonna like die in the car. It doesn't feel like it's so fast that you can't control it. It's very controllable and very usable, and you can have fun legally. That's another thing about this car. There's a lot of modern sports cars that they're so fast that you just are instantly over the speed limit, whereas this, you can actually still have fun within the speed limit, but it doesn't feel slow like a Toyota 86 or a Subaru BRZ, for example. Now the fifth and final thing pertains to the driving dynamics. So first off, if you haven't seen my review on the Z on the main channel, definitely recommend go and watch that because I took it down a fun road. But what I can tell you is the driving dynamics are just great with this car. So you guys can see we've got some pretty beefy tires here on this. It's like 275 for the rear tires. And again, this isn't a massive car. And so the tires definitely put down the power. So that helps out with the handling. This is the performance pack. So it has the upgraded brakes as well. Obviously that engine doesn't necessarily help with handling, but the power, you know, helps so you can like power out of corners. Weight distribution solid with this car. Like there's just a lot that I love about this car from my driving dynamics perspective, I guess is the better way to put it. And on top of that, right, it's a manual. So that also adds to the fun, right? The fact that, well, I get to push this thing in, right? I get to push this thing in and I get to shift the gears with this thing. So yeah, overall, I think the driving dynamics are great. And also the steering, I was worried about it when I first got in the prototype of the new Z, but now that I've been living with this and actually driving it, the steering's so nice. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to love about this from a driving dynamic perspective. That's going to sum things up for our video on the 5 things that I love about the all-new Nissan Z. With that being said, I will see all of you in the next video.